The internet has spoken. Over 95,000 people voted, and one name rose to the very top. Not a convicted criminal, not a scandal-plagued producer, not a talk show host who had spent decades making enemies. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. In December 2025, the ranking platform Ranker released its annual Most Disliked Celebrities list, and Meghan didn't just make the list. She topped it, ahead of people with criminal records, ahead of figures the public had despised for decades. Number 1. Most hated, by a wide margin. So how does a woman who once stood on the steps of Windsor Castle in a Givenchy gown, waving to millions of adoring fans, end up here? Because Meghan Markle's story isn't just gossip. It's about modern fame, media power, race, class, and the dangers of a fairy tale gone wrong. Back in 2017, the world learned that Prince Harry, one of the most beloved and relatable members of the British royal family, was dating Meghan Markle. She was biracial, divorced, self-made, and a rising actress who had starred in Suits while running a lifestyle blog called The Tig. Meghan didn't fit the traditional royal mold, and that's exactly why the public loved her. Here was a woman breaking barriers, challenging centuries of tradition, and being celebrated for it. The monarchy, ancient, white, and rigid, welcomed a modern, mixed-race American woman into its inner circle. Think pieces were written, magazine covers sold. The word historic was everywhere, and for once, it actually felt deserved. The wedding in May 2018 was watched by 29 million people in the UK alone, and nearly 2 billion globally. The dress, the gospel choir, Bishop Michael Curry's passionate sermon about love. The world was captivated. Meghan wasn't just marrying a prince. According to the media, she was transforming the monarchy from within. At the time, the public narrative was overwhelmingly positive. Meghan represented progress, modernity, and hope. A new chapter in the British monarchy that the world had been waiting for. But perfection rarely lasts. The first signs of trouble emerged quietly, almost imperceptibly. The British tabloids, with their long history of targeting anyone in the public eye, quickly made Meghan a primary focus. Stories claimed she was difficult, that she made Kate cry, though Meghan would later clarify the opposite. Every detail of her life was scrutinized: how she held her baby bump, how she ate, how she smiled, how she sat. Critics and historians pointed out a racial double standard. Kate Middleton's behaviors earned praise. Meghan's similar actions drew scorn. Side-by-side comparisons of tabloid coverage showed a striking disparity. Racism, many argued, was not subtle. It was systemic and unrelenting. But it wasn't only the press. Reports began surfacing from within the palace. Staff turnover at Kensington Palace was unusually high. Allegations of bullying circulated, claiming Meghan had reduced staff to tears and made unreasonable demands. An internal HR investigation was launched, though the results were never fully disclosed. The damage to her reputation was real, even if partially unverified. Family disputes added fuel to the fire. Her father, Thomas Markle, a Hollywood lighting director, staged paparazzi photos and gave multiple interviews, often ignoring Meghan's repeated pleas to stop. Her half-sister Samantha wrote a book. Her half-brother appeared on reality TV. Meghan's attempts at privacy were repeatedly undermined. The public perception was clear. She had a habit of cutting people out of her life, and the royal family might be next. January 2020. Harry and Meghan released a statement that shook the British establishment. They were stepping back as senior royals. They wanted financial independence. They planned to split their time between the UK and North America. The term Megxit was born a play on Brexit, almost entirely meant as an insult. The reaction was polarized. Some sympathized. Harry had grown up watching the press hound his mother, Princess Diana, to her death. Protecting Meghan seemed natural and justifiable. Others were outraged. Critics argued Meghan had accepted every privilege of the royal life titles, designer wardrobes, taxpayer-funded residences, and then abandoned it when the realities became inconvenient. The March 2021 Oprah interview escalated the controversy. Meghan spoke openly about racism in the royal family, lack of mental health support, and financial restrictions. Buckingham Palace issued a rare statement, calling the situation concerning. Prince William defended the family's reputation, insisting they were not racist. Millions watched, and the world debated. Was Meghan finally speaking her truth, or weaponizing private pain for public sympathy? Many concluded both could be true. After stepping back, the Sussexes relocated to Montecito, California, a wealthy enclave near Santa Barbara. Deals arrived quickly. A reported $100 million partnership with Netflix, $25 million with Spotify, the creation of the Arcuwell Foundation, and Harry's memoir Spare, which revealed private details about the royal family. Critics noted contradictions. The couple had criticized intrusive media coverage in the UK, yet monetized visibility in California. Netflix documentaries drew both viewers and mockery, including a controversial staged paparazzi chase. The Spotify podcast Archetypes lasted only one season. The carefully curated Sussex brand, built on authenticity, faced public scrutiny. In 2024, Meghan launched a lifestyle brand, artisan jams, herbal teas, crepe mixes, and edible flower sprinkles. Initially named American Riviera Orchard, it was rebranded as Ever after trademark issues. Netflix produced a show showcasing Meghan cooking, arranging flowers, and chatting with celebrity friends. The media was unforgiving. The show was described as hollow, aspirational, and disconnected from reality. Initial sales of the products were promising but short-lived. By early 2026, Netflix ended its content partnership. Unsold inventory and underwhelming revenue led tabloids to label the venture the Montecito money grab. Without royal backing, the brand struggled to find footing. Yet critics tell only part of the story. Meghan faced relentless racial bias. She was mocked for being American, biracial, divorced, an actress, and for her family ties. Coverage by British tabloids was aggressive and systematic, unlike that of any other royal spouse. Her charitable work, however, is real. Initiatives like Smart Works in the UK and the Meena Mahila Foundation in India predate her royal life. She has spoken at the United Nations, addressed global leaders, and supported measurable causes. Whether she is a savvy PR operator or a genuine activist depends largely on perception. Meghan is a Rorschach test. People see what they want to see. At 44, Meghan lives in Montecito with Harry and their children, Archie 6 and Lilibet 4, kept largely out of public view. Relations with the royal family remain strained. King Charles' health issues and ongoing distance with William and Kate underscore the fractured family dynamic. Professionally, the Sussexes are rebuilding. Lessons from the As Ever fallout have prompted new projects and partnerships. Meghan's Instagram still attracts millions. She hasn't vanished from public life, but sustaining relevance without the monarchy is a constant challenge. Meghan Markle is more than a celebrity. She is a cultural battleground where race, gender, class, authenticity, and modern fame collide. Depending on perspective, she is either a victim of systemic racism and tabloid cruelty, or a shrewd opportunist who monetized every bridge she burned. A feminist icon or an actress playing one. Brave or calculating. The truth is more complicated than either narrative admits. What is certain, Meghan Markle is unforgettable. In a world where attention is currency, she will not be ignored.